Hi guys, welcome back to another brand new trade recap. Today we're gonna do the recap for the gold trade that I took during the London session. I took another trade on NQ, but it was unfortunate that I got stopped out um, when I trailed my stop loss on profit. But yeah, other than that, today was a W for me. But yeah, we'll go over this trade and why did I took this trade, uh, what is the context behind this trade, etc. But yeah, pretty much we'll cover. Yeah. All right. First of all, I want to point out all these buy side on the hourly time frame here. All right. Now this buy side right here, this right here on the hourly time frame. Don't want to see that get swapped first of all, because um, if you look at this range right here, all right, if you look at this from this high to this low, let me put on the quadrant. All right, that's almost at the um upper quarter of that impulsive price link from this high to this low. All right, so when you form that um with that clean pullback to the upside and form this swing high, and afterwards I want to show you what is the context for me to look for longs but not targeting these highs. All right, if you look at here, once we formed that swing high, we formed this internal high, then we formed this internal low. All right, this internal low. So we first swap that internal low, then we form the internal high. Okay, then we broke below that low, so this becomes my new internal low, and this is my new internal high. Again, after that, we created another internal high here and another internal low afterwards right here just above that low. When we did that, I wanted to see price sweep that particular uh, internal high right there. Once we broke that low, I wanted it to see that see price swap that before going lower, before we sweep this low right here, this internal low, this low right here. I wanted to see price sweep this swing high, but staying below this swing high right here, something like this. uh, if you don't know how I trade, like I basically trade based on failure swing models, and it's a bit complicated for others to understand, but I'm gonna give it piece by piece. So, and probably I'm gonna just post a video on my strategy. I think I already did with one video on this channel. All right. By the way, if you're new on this channel, make sure to sub up and give a thumbs up to the video so that the algo push this video to those who need to watch it. All right, so I wanted to see price sweep that buy side, but it didn't. Instead, what it did, it swept, it broke below this low. So at that time, within this portion of price right here, that was the portion of price I was looking at. All right, I wanted to see price sweep one of these high right here. Now, just because we broke this low right here, this high here becomes my new internal high. All right. Now, if I extend this right here, what do you see? You can clearly see that we just swapped that, and look at the drop from there. I'm not gonna get into any much more deeper than this. Obviously, that's from a student, but yeah, um, you have to wait for me to post the video about my full model. Until then, just know this. Once we had our market structure shift right here, this high right here, or let me just give you a quick example. Every time we create a lower low, all right, and we formed something like this before forming that swing low, this these highs, these failure swing highs is what you should be targeting. All right, the first one, if not the first one, then the second one, right there. These are the most easiest target that you can target, and most of the time what market does is that market draws towards these highs and then sharply sells off from these levels because um, smart money um, gonna take off their buy position, or yeah, take off their long position or buy position, whatever you say, above these failure swing high, because when we form these swing highs, these specific swing highs, those who were looking at price, suppose smart money already went short here, all right, then their first entry was, second accumulation was with that, within that swing high right here. That's the first failure swing high, all right, because we broke this low. Once we form that swing high, then all the other swing high we formed afterwards are likely to get swept. All right, now price could push through these highs. It could happen, but things what I'm trying to say is that these highs, these failure swings, are easy as drawn liquidity for smart money to take off their buy position from the markets. So that was the that was basically what I was targeting today. I didn't want it to hold for this because I thought we could sweep this high and then sell off, but market did swap that first failure swing high. Now let's get into the good part. All right, why did I take this trade? Okay, all right, there's nothing here. So this vertical line here is our midnight open, and from here we opened our London kill zone 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. So I use 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. for my London kill zones. So if you look at here, we opened at London, pushed higher, and then what did we do? We retraced back into this range right here. But if you look to the left, we formed this swing high right here, just below that one, trapping the sellers, those who think this is a resistance level and price now gonna push lower. They will probably see this as a opportunity to go short, but I was looking at exactly the opposite scenario. I know that price probably gonna draw towards these two levels. So if I see this kind of movement to the downside after this kind of push during the London's open, if I see this kind of push, any short-term pullback, I'll see that as a opportunity to accumulate longs. All right. Now, look here carefully. All right. We had this CB, this BC right here on the 15-minute time frame, and if you look to the left, I had this inverse fair value gap here as well. All right. Now I'm gonna take this off here. So this gap right here was my level of interest where I'll initially look for buy setups around that time. So I was looking at that gap right here, and look what happened on the 5-minute time frame. We had this short-term swing low right here. All right, this is our sell side. So that sell side just got purged. Let's do blue. That sell side got pushed, and look at the reaction from the midpoint of that fair value gap. All right, that's a 50-minute fair value gap. We swept this sell side. All right, then if you take your fib from this high to this low, that's your dealing range. You could see price was also at OTE, and we swapped this sell side when we were expecting bullish prices. All right, and I'm gonna show you one more thing. Be ready for it. I'm gonna take off this as well. What do you see? What do you see? So that is my PDA. All right, I've said it more than enough. I don't use fair value gaps. To be honest, I don't use any kind of mitigation block or whatever. I try to keep my model simple as it is. I only use one or two PDRs. The other one is auto block. There are a lot of things you have to learn about auto blocks because that shit is pretty difficult, bro. Like you guys don't even know what is auto block is, and that's why ICT always talk about that. So yeah, I use auto blocks and I use this inversed fair value gap. Now there is a lot of thing you have to learn about these things, which one to pick, which one to use. So yeah, that's up to you. You have to figure that out for yourself. So when I see this right here, all right, now I'm gonna give you the um hint, all right. So when price was retracing back into this range, okay, on the 15-minute time frame, we have this high right here, we have this low high. Then do you see this low right here? This low right here. All right. We made a low high, then we made a low low. What does it mean? When the retail traders see that, they think now we shifted the trend from bullish to bearish. So they're now looking for uh, short opportunity. So they're probably taking shorts like this, all right, something like this. And I was just waiting for that swing high to form at that level, all right. I was just patiently waiting for the swing high to form because this shift right here was a fake market structure shift, all right, because you have to also look at the higher time frame narrative. All right, what is the narrative? The narrative is that we form that lower high just to trap sellers when we are probably going to push higher to take out those buy stops. And now I'm going to put a vertical line here exactly. All right, that candle, all right, that's the next 5-minute candle, and this right here is a swing low formation. So we formed that swing low compared to this swing low. That is my failure swing. All right, that is my failure swing. Now if I go to the 1-minute time frame, bro, what did I? Okay, all right, so there's the vertical line right there. All right, so that vertical line is at 3:40 a.m. So the next 5-minute candle, we opened a new 5-minute candle exactly at there. And what did that do? We broke this high, then we broke lower, and when we retrace back, if we are gonna go lower, we want to see this low gets rated, right? But if it's not, uh, if it's gonna stay intact, then I'm making sure that I'm participating in that move, because if we're failing to go lower than this low right here after this low got broken, because we have already swept buy side after we formed that um, swing low on the 5-minute time frame. That was my confirmation. Probably now is the time for to look for longs. So when I see this pattern right here, what pattern? We tapped into a level of interest, then on the lower time frame, we do something like this. All right. So look, we broke a high right here first. What people are gonna do? People are gonna enter long because we have higher low, higher low, higher high. They're going long right there. So what market does? Market takes them out. Now what people gonna do now right here compared to this side, this is lower than this side. So we formed another low right here. So those who are only too much zoomed in, they're probably thinking we made lower high, lower low on the 1 minute time frame. Now we are gonna go short right here. All right. So what market's gonna do right now? Market's gonna take a little bit retracement and then gonna push higher. And I'm gonna enter exactly right there. Maybe I'll put my stop loss here, maybe here, and but I'm gonna use exactly that to go long. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So basically, that was exactly uh, my method to my like execution plan for this trade. And you can see the trade right there, right there. And I basically hold this trade for like I don't know how much time, bro. But look at this reaction. All right, look at the reaction where I um put my uh level of interest like for buy side liquidity. All right, and you could see the speed through these highs, and once we tapped into these levels, price just consolidated, and now it's going lower. So this trade was almost like 14 hour. And let me just put on the uh, picture when I first entered this trade. Wait a minute. So because some people gonna think that I didn't enter this trade like the way you see it. So you could see my stop loss was just below that low, thinking that this swing low right here, the first execution that you see, that swing low is the first failure swing compared to that one, and now we're gonna push higher. And that's how you top and bottom pick. You have to know which level is likely to be used to accumulate longs, or yeah, if that makes sense. You have to like put in more time to understand this shit, and I'll try to put in more contents for y'all, and you have to work as well, bro. I cannot give this just like that, but yeah, I'm giving you a piece by piece. But yeah, I hope you learned at least something from this video. And yeah, make sure to check out Lucid Funding. Still, you can get 50% off with my code NEXTGEN. uh, you can buy like 2 evils for the first time with my code NEXTGEN. Then you'll afterwards you'll have like 40% discount for your next 5 orders, then 30% for the rest of the orders. All right, so make sure to check out Lucid Funding, and I'll probably catch you guys on to the next one. Till then, be safe, take care of your health, your mental health. Peace out. I love you all.